I might actually lose money on this house. Yo, what's up YouTube? My name is Graylan Stewart. Thanks for joining me. So I'm actually on location right now in Oklahoma City. So if you're new to my channel, I do wholesaling real estate nationwide. We do flip houses and buy and hold houses in Oklahoma City. And I live in Castle Rock, Colorado. But today, obviously it's probably a little bit loud here. You know, there's cars going by and things like that. It's like 5:30 here right now. Anyways, bear with me on that. But this house right here behind me, I own this house. I actually bought it, and I think I bought it in June of 2021. So I've been holding it for a while now. Obviously, I have a mortgage on it. I've got utilities, taxes, insurance, you know, all those things. So it's costing me money every day. But, you know, I actually bought this house a little higher than I should have. Just trying to make the deal work. So we'll see. I mean, I could potentially lose money on this house. Here comes a loud car, sorry. I hope I don't, and I'm gonna see what I can do about it. But I basically bought this house. It's in a really good area in Oklahoma City. It's called Military Park. So if you're from OKC, you know the area. If you're a flipper or a buy and hold investor, you really know the area, and it is hot. So, you know, it's a good spot to be. But, you know, ARVs range in this area anywhere from 100K to 3 to 350 even. So just depends on what you do to it, you know, square footage and all that kind of thing, like everywhere else. But this house, I'll tell you a little bit about it. So I bought it, obviously, I said June of last year. Right now we're in April of 2022, so I've held it for a while now. Obviously, when you do short-term loans with private money, it's typically for a year. So I've got to pay this house off June 1st unless I renew with my private lender, which she's willing to do. I've already spoken to her about it. However, I bought this house for $103,000. Okay, so it needed foundation work. I already got the foundation fixed. That was about 10 grand. So my initial, you know, assessment of the house, I wanted to do, you know, just basic cosmetics really, okay? So I was hoping after the foundation, I can do cosmetics. So there was an add-on addition in the back of the house that I found out was terrible and done incorrectly. Like we ended up having to completely tear it down, not just gut it. So we gutted the entire house, which isn't what I wanted to do either. But just found out that everything was too old, you know? I needed to replace the plumbing and electric, which I wasn't really counting on doing that. Obviously new flooring and paint and that kind of thing was already accounted for. I was gonna upgrade the bathroom, but the addition is where this house failed me, okay? The addition ended up being completely gutted. Like we completely tore it down, like to the ground, because there was never footing put on this house. So what that means is there was never cement footing all around, you know, the house to make the foundation solid and sound. So we had to tear it all down, dig the footing out, and actually, you know, put the cement or concrete in or whatever. So we had to do that. All new subfloors, obviously, new everything, new roof, new rafters, new walls, the whole nine, right? So that project alone is going to be like 50 grand because it's really like building a brand new house. It's only, I don't even know the square footage of the addition. Plus, while we did it, since we had to start over, we actually added a little bit more so we can have a, you know, a master bathroom and a bigger laundry room and things like that. So it's probably, I'm guessing, I don't know, 400 or 500 square foot added. But with building prices these days, and my contractor's not cheap, honestly. He's one of the most expensive contractors I've ever used, but you can rely on him to do the job and to get it done correctly. So that's why I went ahead and went with him. Nevertheless, this property, just that add-on is probably going to be about 50 grand. And initially I thought I could get away with about 50 grand on this house, making it really, really nice, right? So initially my numbers were, I thought the ARV was around $220,000, okay? And I bought it for 103. and I was going to put about 50 into it, you know, after closing everything. I'd be all in maybe 160-ish, 170 worst case is kind of what I was thinking. But at this point, I'm going to end up putting probably 100 to 120 into it and paying 103. So I'm going to be right at the ARV that I initially thought it was. So I'm going to be right at probably 220 all in when this is all said and done. Now, it is going to be nicer. It is going to be a little bit more square footage. And it's going to be like probably nicer than any other house, at least in the nearby, you know, vicinity, within a half a mile radius for sure. So because of that, I think maybe we can push the ARV to 250 to 275, maybe even potentially is what I'm hoping. But there is a chance that you know, I could lose a little bit or maybe break even, which I don't want. And also, I am keeping this house. My plan was to keep this house as an Airbnb because I do a lot of business in Oklahoma City. So when I fly here, it'd be nice to have a place to stay, right? I just block it off for Airbnb when I'm here. So that was kind of my plan. Instead of spending money on hotels all the time, I'd have somewhere to stay when I'm here. So that's still the goal. But as you know, when you buy and hold or flip houses, the goal is to get all of your money back after you actually put a mortgage on it, right? So if I refi out of this, the goal would be to pull all my money back and still have equity in the deal. So that's still the goal. However, this issue is making it a little bit tougher, and the holding costs are a little longer than I expected as well. So anyways, you know, it is what it is, and we'll see how it turns out. But I'll show y'all some before and afters, obviously, when it's all finished. But you know, I'm just hoping I can actually pull this off and get it done quickly. That's the goal right now, is just to get it finished. So now my contractor just pulled up. He's over there. What's up? So we're gonna walk the house and kind of see what we got left in this deal to finish it off. It's still right now got a long ways to go. It's fully gutted right now, so we definitely got to we're putting in the new plumbing and new electrical here in the next couple of days. The new roof just went on the back addition. The roof on the rest of the house is actually pretty good, so we're not touching that. But the whole house is going to get touched, y'all. We're going to paint the brick, you know, white to make it stand out and pop. Obviously, you know, fix everything that needs to be done. So it's definitely going to be top-notch property when we're finished with it. But still got a long way to go. Hoping we can make money on this deal. You know, even though I'm keeping it, we still need equity in the deal, and I'd like to get all of my money back. That's the ultimate goal, right? To be in every house for $0. So then it ends up being a free house at that point, right? Especially when I Airbnb it. Hopefully it'll bring income in, and then I can block off the times that I have to come into town. But as you can see, we got materials on the ground. Roofers or my contractor's checking all that out. But hopefully everything turns out well, guys. But let me know your thoughts. You know, it's a tough situation. Usually, you know, you run your numbers right and everything's good, but sometimes things happen and you just can't, you know, you can't predict those things. But anyways, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.